maybe I need to do what Ti and Ari Lennox are doing and take a break.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, Ari has decided that she's going to pick a date, and after that date, she will not participate on social media anymore.
That's what she said.
She feels like she needs time to mature and she needs to grow. She feels that she gets too caught up on the internet with the goings on, especially as the goings on pertains to her.
Right?
So she has decided to go on an internet hiatus. Um,
Not yet though.
Not yet. I believe it's effective 12/31. Is that right?
I think it's like November 18th or something. It's a weird
Oh,
random
I'm
event.
wrong about the date. But she picked a date. I don't know why that date is significant. She basically said, I'm not worried about the brand deals. I'm not worried about any of those things. I know that it's good for business to be on social, but I am going to exit stage left, close all the apps, shut them down, not use them to try to work on myself.
December 18th.
December 18th, so close to December 31st. And maybe, I don't know, maybe she has deals or whatnot that require her to be on social. I don't know. I don't
She said
often
she has
see.
a okay.
No, go ahead.
She says she has a very toxic and codependent relationship with these apps. My happiness is worth more to me than using these apps to promote. I truly believe that I can get creative with marketing elsewhere. I'm so exhausted with my addiction to the internet and gossip and attention and validation and yearning to be in control and oversharing. I just want to be free and complete. There's way more, but yes. And her single smoke drops on 10/18. She also wants us to know.
Yes, that comes out in 2 days. Now, what do you think about this? Okay, let's back up for a second because there's two things. We mentioned two people here, and I kind of just want to I want to talk about the Ti thing. I want to talk about both of them at the same time because I feel like these things are connected, and we've been hearing a lot of they're not connected to each other, um, like actually connected, but I just feel like the topics are connected. So this happens, and then I don't know. This is either a day before or a day after Ti says that he will be doing his final performance will be at Jingle Ball this year in December, and then he will not be
December
performing.
19th.
Yes, and he is retiring from performing.
He
He
says that he will perform again, but on his own terms at some point.
right. He said he has enough money. Um, some people believe
Oh,
that when you get to a certain amount of money, you shouldn't make any more. You know, um, do you feel like that? Do you feel like people shouldn't make more than a certain amount of money?
no, I feel like you make whatever you think works for you and your expenses and your family. And if you feel it's time to call it quits, then you call it quits. But on these two, I say one thing.
They lying? Do you think they lying?
I think
Um,
it's cap. For those who couldn't see, because you're only listening, thank you for listening and watching. But for those who could only hear, I pulled a cap on, I put a cap on screen. Uh, I think it's cap. I think it's bullshit. I don't think either one of these people are serious. And I would love to be wrong.
mhm.
But we often see people come out and say things like this and then don't do it. For Ari, she's saying this is about mental health, her sobriety, and all of these good things that she's trying to do on her self-care journey. I'm all for that. But what I don't know for Ari is how you're going to do this promotion off of social media in today's age. I hear what she's saying. She feels she could get creative in other ways. I don't think the label is going to let you do that, though. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I would like to be wrong. but I don't think so. As far as Ti says a lot of stuff, and I don't believe Ti. I know he probably has not said before that he has enough money, but I know Ti has a family and expenses, and yeah, he
Big
acts and
family.
stuff. I'm sorry,
A big family.
a big family. Yep, I know he acts and stuff, and but we saw Ti try to be a podcaster.
Oh, what happened with that? I forgot about that.
It's over exponentially.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously, there you go. Expeditious. That's exponentially.
I know.
Expeditiously.
That's why I'm
It
laughing.
ended expeditiously. Um,
But
we saw him try to be a comedian,
I vaguely remember that, but I think I tried to suppress that.
and now he's gonna retire from music. Okay, listen, I'm okay with him retiring. He's given us a great discography, lots of good music. I just don't believe it. I call cappuccino
I just fell asleep because I'm just tired of the word retirement. You know when retirement is going to excite me?
when it's
I
not
am
announced.
65 years old, okay? That's when retirement is going to excite me, okay? I'm jealous of all the oldies retiring. But anyway, a story for another day. Here's the thing.
Oh, and he's about to open up a restaurant with Killer Mike. Ti.
Okay. Well, that's good for him. Listen, I think you should always expand your horizons. I think you should expand your portfolio as well if you're able to do so. As he said, he's got enough money so he can go and he can do other projects and things that I'm sure he's already been doing other things, but if he doesn't want to focus on music anymore, and he didn't say he's not releasing any albums. He said he's not performing. So, we may still get music from him. Um, y'all know how I feel about retirement. I just for artists, I think it's silly. I think you just don't have to say that you're doing that because you're an artist.
Right.
It's artistry is fluid, so you can come and go as you please. I mean, your record label might care about you coming and going, but for us, you can come and go as you please. You can make music at your leisure, and we'll be here. Um, and as far as Ari Lennox goes, I've got a bit of a different stance on Ari Lennox.
All
I
right,
think
tell
that
me about it.
I think this is necessary. Now, I haven't seen her do anything crazy lately, but I don't keep up too much with her like that in that way. But I do know that in the past, it has felt like she needed to put her phone away. So
Yes.
I actually wish Ari Lennox would have done this sooner. Um, you can't let social consume you, and
Right.
it's easy to become consumed. Um,
Absolutely.
even
It's
in
built
I'll
for that.
Yeah, and I'll admit it too. When with us doing this show or me doing my own, I have been known to go down a comment rabbit hole and stress about the things that people say or things that maybe are taken out of context or just completely misunderstood. Um, I'll be the first person to admit that I think that it's human to have a reaction to other humans experiencing you. Um, we're not always revered. We're not always championed for the things that we do or say. Sometimes we're challenged. Sometimes people are just mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing wrong with being challenged, and there's nothing wrong with disagreeing, or I think spirited debate is important, and I welcome it. But you do sometimes end up in a space where you're like, well, that was fucked up. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Absolutely.
So, and when you create, you leave yourself open to, and this is what you signed up for. but you
Yes.
do leave yourself open to criticism. That's a part of the gig.
Yes.
So I think that watching Ari Lennox in the past react to certain things on a small scale and on a big scale, she's reacted to award shows where she felt like she wasn't, you know, treated fairly or however you want to say it. I think that this is a really good thing for her. I think getting to a space where you feel like you need growth and you need maturity is not something that I'm ever going to knock. Um, and so I wish Ari Lennox well. The announcement that was made, I think, is the childish part of it. Honestly, we didn't need
Okay.
an announcement and a date for what. You don't owe that to us.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's that same hole that it has that makes you sit there and type up a message to tell people that you've got to take a break from this and this is the date that they won't see you on social anymore. I just feel like that's kind of silly when you say it out loud. Um,
Right.
she probably could have skipped that part, but I hope she finds whatever it is she's looking for. And I wish everyone well on their future endeavors. Ti,
Better listen well.
I wasn't checking for Ti, a Ti performance. Not to say I wouldn't want to see Ti perform. I just that's not what was on my radar. So if Ti wants Jingle Ball to be his last performance, well, so be it.
Good luck.
To you and yours.
All right.